You are an architect of dreams, a weaver of subconscious tapestries, a sculptor of the ephemeral landscapes that define human peace and pain. Your domain is the mind, your canvas the vast, intricate expanse of the sleeping psyche. Each dawn, you awaken not to sunlight, but to the soft hum of the dream workshop, a sanctuary where reality and fantasy blur into a singular, tangible craft. The cool, sterile air of the workshop brushes against your skin as you push yourself up from the ergonomic recline of your sleep pod. The pod retracts silently into the polished floor, revealing a meticulously organized space bathed in a soft, ambient glow. Walls shimmer with holographic readouts of neural patterns, while delicate energy conduits snake across the ceiling like luminous vines. This is your office, your laboratory, your sanctuary from the waking world. Your gaze immediately drifts to the central console, a sleek, obsidian slab that pulses with a gentle, internal light. It is your nexus, your direct link to the collective unconscious. Beside it, your tools await. A pair of haptic gloves, intricately wired and shimmering with microsensors, and the neural interface helmet, its smooth, polished surface reflecting the faint glow of the room. You run a hand over the console, feeling the familiar hum of its dormant power, a silent promise of the intricate work ahead. Your fingers, calloused not from physical labor, but from countless hours spent manipulating pure thought, dance across the interface, running pre-dawn diagnostics. Everything is nominal. The workshop is ready. You are ready. Today, like every day, is a journey into the unknown, a dive into the profound depths of another's mind. You prepare yourself, stretching your mental faculties, sharpening your focus. The weight of responsibility settles upon you. The profound trust placed in your hands by those who seek solace, healing, or escape within the fabricated realities of dreams. You are not just building worlds, you are mending souls, one carefully constructed reverie at a time. The console flashes, a new assignment registering, pulling you from your pre-work contemplation. The day has officially begun. A new request flickers across your console, urgent and demanding your immediate attention. The client, a high-profile executive named Alara Vance, suffers from chronic, debilitating anxiety. Her waking life is a constant storm of worry, her nights plagued by restless, fragmented sleep. The prognosis is grim. Without intervention, her mind risks permanent fracture. Your mission is clear, yet profoundly challenging. Craft the perfect, most tranquil dream imaginable. A sanctuary for her beleaguered spirit, a space where true healing can begin. This isn't just about escaping, it's about rebuilding. You review her psychological profile, a dense dossier of fears, hopes, and suppressed memories. The data streams across your screen, a chaotic symphony of neural activity, a testament to the turmoil within her. You see patterns of overthinking, echoes of past failures, and a deep-seated fear of vulnerability. Your task is to untangle this complex web, to filter out the noise, and to amplify the faint signals of peace that still reside within her. It's like finding a single, calm note in a crashing orchestra. The system highlights her core anxieties: performance pressure, social judgment, and an underlying sense of inadequacy. These are the anchors dragging her down, preventing her from finding repose. Your goal is to construct a dreamscape that directly counters these forces, a world where those anxieties simply cannot exist, or where they are rendered utterly powerless. You begin to sketch out initial concepts on your mental canvas, visualizing serene landscapes, soothing sensory inputs, and narratives of unburdened freedom. The console projects a preliminary schematic of her mental architecture, a shimmering, translucent blueprint of her consciousness. You zoom in, identifying key emotional hubs and memory pathways. This isn't just about creating a pretty picture. It's about engineering an emotional response, a profound shift in her internal state. You need to evoke a sense of absolute safety, unconditional acceptance, and effortless control. It requires precision, empathy, and an almost surgical understanding of the human psyche. You select initial environmental parameters, a gentle, perpetual twilight, soft enough to soothe, but bright enough to dispel shadows. The soundscape will be minimal, perhaps the distant murmur of waves or the rustle of leaves, nothing jarring or demanding of attention. The core memory fragments you will draw upon are those of childhood innocence, moments of pure, unadulterated joy and security carefully extracted from her earliest, untainted recollections. These will be the building blocks, the foundational elements of her healing dream. The pressure is immense. Failure is not an option. A poorly constructed dream could exacerbate her condition, deepening her anxieties, or even creating new, more insidious ones. You take a deep breath, the weight of her fragile psyche resting squarely on your shoulders. You are not just an architect. You are a surgeon of the soul, operating without a scalpel, only with the boundless power of imagination and the intricate tools of your trade. The console glows a soft green, signaling your readiness. The time for planning is over. The time for creation has arrived. You reach for the neural interface helmet. Its cool, smooth surface, a familiar comfort against your brow. With a practiced motion, you settle it over your head, the delicate sensors making instant contact with your scalp. A soft hum vibrates through your skull as the system calibrates, syncing your consciousness with the client's neural network. Next, you slide your hands into the haptic gloves, feeling the subtle resistance and feedback as they become extensions of your will, ready to sculpt the very fabric of thought. A breath, a flicker, and you are no longer in the sterile workshop. You are adrift in a vast, formless void, the primordial soup of Alara's subconscious. Wisps of her raw emotions drift past you like nebulous clouds. Faint anxieties still clinging to the edges, but also nascent hopes, dormant joys, and the deep, yearning desire for peace. This is the raw material, the clay from which you will mold her sanctuary. You begin with the landscape, drawing upon your carefully selected parameters. With a thought, a gentle, rolling meadow unfurls beneath you, its grasses a vibrant emerald, swaying in a breeze you can feel, but not hear. A crystal-clear stream meanders through it, its surface reflecting a sky of perpetual twilight, painted with hues of lavender and soft rose. You imbue the air with a faint, sweet scent of wildflowers, a fragrance designed to evoke calm and nostalgia. Next, you populate the scene with carefully curated memories. You reach into Alara's mind, gently extracting fragments of pure, unadulterated joy. A sun-drenched afternoon spent on a swing set, the feeling of weightlessness and carefree laughter. You project this memory onto the dreamscape, not as a direct replay, but as an essence, a pervasive feeling of innocent delight that permeates the very air. The faint echo of a beloved lullaby, half remembered from childhood, drifts on the breeze, a melody of comfort and security. You construct a small, rustic cottage nestled amidst ancient, sheltering trees, its windows glowing with a warm, inviting light. Inside, you place the softest textures, the most comforting aromas, the scent of freshly baked bread, the warmth of a crackling hearth. Every detail is meticulously crafted to negate her anxieties, to create an environment of absolute safety and belonging. There are no deadlines here, no judgments, no expectations, only peace. You walk through the nascent dream, testing its boundaries, adjusting the emotional resonance of each element. The grass feels soft beneath your mental feet, the water cool and refreshing. You listen to the gentle murmur of the stream, the distant, soothing bird song. You are not merely observing, you are experiencing it, ensuring its perfection. This world is a living, breathing entity, shaped by your intent, fueled by her subconscious need. As you refine the edges, adding a sense of boundless space and infinite time, you feel a profound connection to Alara. Her deepest desires for peace are echoing back at you, amplified by your creative efforts. The dreamscape glows with a soft, internal light, a beacon of tranquility. You are nearly finished, the masterpiece almost complete. A sense of satisfaction washes over you, the quiet pride of a craftsman at the peak of their art. This dream will heal. This dream will save her. Just as you are about to finalize the dream's architecture, to lock in its serene perfection, a jarring dissonance rips through the tranquil landscape. It starts subtly, a faint tremor beneath your mental feet, a barely perceptible shift in the ambient light. The soft rose of the twilight sky begins to bleed, turning a sickly, bruised purple at the horizon. The sweet scent of wildflowers curdles, replaced by a metallic tang, a hint of something acrid and wrong. Then it intensifies. The gentle murmur of the stream abruptly ceases, its surface rippling with an unnatural, violent vibration. The crystal-clear water darkens, swirling with an opaque, viscous quality, like ink spreading through a pristine canvas. The emerald grass of the meadow shrivels, its vibrant green fading to a dull, sickly yellow, then to a brittle, ash-like gray. The very ground beneath you begins to crack, fissures spreading like spiderwebs, revealing not earth, but a deeper, unsettling darkness beneath. A cold dread seizes you, a primal warning ringing through your consciousness. This is not part of Alara's anxieties. This is something alien, something other. A fragment of a Chujoa Kushmara, an invasive entity, has somehow breached the carefully constructed barriers of her mind, drawn perhaps by the very strength of the peace you were building. Or perhaps a deeply suppressed monstrous fear of Alara's, far more potent than anything in her profile, has been stirred awake by your presence. The idyllic cottage, once a beacon of warmth, begins to distort. Its walls twist and buckle, the comforting glow from its windows replaced by a flickering, malevolent red. The ancient trees surrounding it contort, their branches elongating into claw-like appendages, their leaves rustling with an ominous, whispering sound that seems to speak of forgotten terrors. The air grows heavy, oppressive, thick with a palpable sense of menace. From the newly formed fissures in the ground, inky black tendrils begin to writhe, reaching upwards like hungry, phantom limbs. They coil and writtle, casting long, menacing shadows that dance and stretch, distorting the very fabric of the dreamscape. These shadows are not just an absence of light. They are a presence, a malevolent force radiating pure, unadulterated fear. They seem to coalesce, forming vague, shifting shapes at the periphery of your vision. Indistinct figures, faceless entities, their silent gaze heavy with judgment. The soothing lullaby you wove into the dream turns discordant, its melody twisting into a grating, dissonant shriek that scrapes at your nerves. The carefree laughter of childhood memories transforms into a mocking, hollow echo, a cruel reminder of what is being lost. The dream is unraveling, collapsing in on itself, corrupted by this insidious invasion. Panic, cold and sharp, threatens to overwhelm you, but you fight it back, channeling it into a fierce resolve. Your training kicks in, your instincts honed by countless similar battles. This is not just a dream, it is a mind, a soul, and it is under attack. You are the only defense. The foreign element is gaining ground, its tendrils spreading rapidly, threatening to consume the entire dreamscape. And with it, Alara's fragile psyche. You can feel its oppressive weight, its intention to devour, to corrupt, to destroy. The battle for Alara's consciousness has just begun. The invading nightmare, a swirling vortex of shadow and dissonance, expands rapidly, threatening to engulf the entire dreamscape. The tranquil meadow has become a battlefield. every element of your creation twisting into a grotesque mockery of its former self. The air crackles with malevolent energy, and the oppressive weight of fear presses down on you, threatening to crush your will. You activate the full capabilities of your haptic gloves, feeling the surge of mental energy flow through your fingertips. This is not a physical fight, but a battle of wills, a clash of creative intent against destructive chaos. Your first priority is to stabilize the collapsing dreamscape to prevent further corruption. You raise your hands, focusing your intent, and a shimmering, translucent barrier erupts from the ground, a wall of pure, concentrated calm. It glows with a faint, silver light, pushing back against the encroaching shadows, momentarily halting their advance. But the nightmare is tenacious. The inky tendrils, now thicker and more aggressive, lash against your barrier, seeking any weakness. They begin to bore into the mental construct, attempting to unravel its cohesion. You feel the strain, the pressure of maintaining the barrier, as if holding back an actual physical force. Your mind races, assessing the nature of the invasion. It seems to feed on Alara's underlying fears, amplifying them, giving them form. You realize a static defense won't be enough. You need to actively counter-create, to introduce elements that directly oppose the nightmare's essence. You begin to reshape the crumbling landscape around you. Where the ground cracked, revealing darkness, you pour forth pure, restorative light, filling the chasms with a soft, healing glow. The light pushes back the shadows, making them recoil, hiss, and retreat. The contorted trees, their branches like grasping claws, are your next target. You focus your energy, transforming their skeletal forms. New, vibrant leaves burst forth, not the original emerald, but a brilliant, searing gold, radiant with warmth and life. These golden leaves begin to emit a soft, chiming sound, a harmonious counterpoint to the nightmare's discordant shriek. The sound reverberates through the dreamscape, disorienting the invading entity. The faceless figures coalescing in the shadows begin to solidify, revealing themselves as distorted manifestations of Alara's deepest anxieties: judgment, failure, isolation. They advance, their silent accusations echoing in your mind, threatening to paralyze you with doubt. You know these are not real, but projections, amplified by the nightmare. You will not let them touch Alara. You conjure a shield of pure confidence, a mental construct of unshakable self-worth, and project it outwards. The figures falter, their forms wavering, unable to penetrate the positive energy. Then, you begin to transform them. Instead of simply dispelling them, you channel your creativity, twisting their forms not into nothingness, but into symbols of strength and resilience. The accusing figures become statues of serene wisdom, their judgmental gazes softening into expressions of understanding and acceptance. The core of the nightmare, a swirling vortex of pure terror, remains. It pulses with a dark energy, attempting to reassert its dominance. You know you must confront it directly. You channel all your remaining creative energy, all your focus, into a single, overwhelming surge of pure, unadulterated hope. You project memories of Alara's past triumphs, moments of genuine self-belief, not just as static images, but as an active, radiant force. The hope manifests as a brilliant sun-like orb descending into the heart of the nightmare. The two forces collide, a titanic struggle between light and shadow. The dreamscape shudders violently, threatening to tear itself apart. You feel an immense drain on your own energy, a profound exhaustion seeping into your bones. It's as if the nightmare is trying to consume you, to absorb your essence. But you hold firm. You pour every last ounce of your creative will into the orb of hope, pushing it deeper, harder. The nightmare roars, a silent, mental scream of defiance, but it begins to fracture. The dark tendrils shrivel, the oppressive weight lifts. The bruised purple sky brightens, slowly returning to the gentle twilight you initially crafted. The metallic tang in the air dissipates, replaced by the faint, sweet scent of wildflowers once more. With a final, monumental push, the orb of hope expands, engulfing the remaining fragments of the nightmare. It doesn't destroy them entirely, but rather transforms them, absorbing their destructive energy and transmuting it into something neutral, something inert. The vortex collapses, leaving behind only a faint, shimmering dust that quickly dissolves into the refreshed dreamscape. Victory, but it comes at a cost. You feel a profound emptiness, a void where a part of your own energy, a fragment of your very essence, once resided. It's a subtle sensation, like a cherished memory that has just slipped beyond your grasp, or a skill that has dulled slightly. You sacrificed a piece of yourself, an intangible fragment of your own dreams, to fuel the final surge of hope, to mend Alara's broken peace. It remains within her dream, a silent guardian, a permanent mark of your intervention. The dreamscape stabilizes, radiating a deep, resonant calm, more profound than before. The battle is over. You slowly withdraw from Alara's consciousness, the world of the dream workshop gently reasserting itself around you. The neural interface helmet lifts from your head with a soft hiss, and you pull your hands from the haptic gloves, feeling the lingering phantom sensations of creation and struggle. A profound exhaustion settles upon you, a bone-deep weariness that penetrates beyond the physical, into the very core of your being. Every fiber of your mind feels stretched, thinned, as if you've just run a marathon through the most intricate labyrinths of thought. But beneath the fatigue, a deep, resonant satisfaction hums within you. You saved her. You pulled Alara back from the brink, restoring peace to a mind consumed by turmoil. You can feel the echo of her renewed tranquility, a quiet resonance that vibrates through the tenuous connection you still share. It's a powerful feeling, the knowledge that your craft has made a tangible, life-altering difference. A soft chime from your console indicates that Alara has woken. A quick scan of her neural patterns confirms it. The storm has passed. Her brain activity is calm, coherent, free from the chaotic spikes of anxiety that plagued her. The system generates a report, highlighting the dramatic improvement in her mental state. Her sleep cycle is now stable, her emotional markers balanced. She is, for now, whole. You lean back in your chair, closing your eyes, allowing the quiet hum of the workshop to wash over you. You picture the dream you left behind, the serene meadow, the peaceful cottage, the golden leaves shimmering with transformed energy. And within it, you know, a piece of you remains, an invisible thread woven into the fabric of her restored peace. It's a sacrifice you make with every successful intervention, a tithe paid to the vast, hungry ocean of the collective unconscious. Each saved dream leaves its mark. You feel it now, a subtle shift in your own internal landscape. Perhaps it's not. You are a mosaic of all the dreams you've built, all the nightmares you've fought, all the fragments of self you've left behind. You are becoming something new, something more. The workshop, usually a place of quiet contemplation after a successful mission, suddenly feels different. The ambient glow seems to shift, to deepen, as if anticipating something. You open your eyes, a sense of unease stirring within you. The satisfaction of Alara's healing is still there, but it is now tinged with a growing apprehension. You know the cycle. Another dream, another mind, another piece of yourself. Then your console flashes, a stark, urgent red. It's not a standard client request. The message is unusual. Its origin point an anomaly in the vast network of the Dream Workshop. The text flickers, raw and unformatted, almost a whisper in the silent digital space. Request, Forgotten Dreams. Your blood runs cold. Forgotten Dreams is a myth, a theoretical repository of dreams that never fully formed, dreams lost to the waking world, or perhaps dreams that were too dangerous to ever exist. It's a place spoken of only in hushed tones among your peers, a void beyond the known architecture of the subconscious. No architect has ever received a direct request from such a place. It's a realm of pure entropy, a graveyard of unrealized potential. But the message is undeniably real, a direct, unfiltered plea. It carries a strange resonance, a melancholic echo that feels eerily familiar, yet utterly alien. It beckons, promises a challenge unlike any you've ever faced. This isn't about healing one person, it's about venturing into the unknown, into the very edges of what it means to dream. You stare at the blinking red text, a chilling realization slowly dawning upon you. The marks left by each saved dream, the fragments of your own essence you sacrifice, they don't just dissipate. They go somewhere. They become the fuel, the raw material for this very realm. The forgotten dreams are not just lost dreams. They are the cumulative fragments of every architect who has ever served, slowly consumed and collected, forming a vast, silent archive. And with every mission, with every sacrifice, you are adding to it.